All right, family, we are live. I was wondering what was going on with my live. Let me hit the live button here. All right, family. Yeah, man, I was wondering what was going on. All right, family. All right, family, we are live. Allow me to open up in the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful. I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his messenger and exalted Christ. And I further bear witness that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is the extension of the Son of Man. I would like to greet every brother and sister with the greeting words of peace, which we say in the Arabic language, Assalamu alaikum. Peace and blessings, family. This is your brother, Knowledge 5845 on the ground, author determined to change. This is me, student of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, by the way of the eternal leader of the Nation of Islam, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. We can never thank Allah enough for appearing in the person of Master Father Muhammad, to whom praise is due forever. Brothers and sisters, I thank you for coming on in. Come on in, get off in this thing, man. For staying up. You could be doing anything that you want to do with your family, but you found time to log in. And I take this very seriously. I'm on my YouTube as well right now. So if you have not subscribed to my YouTube page, Winford X, that is the subscription, Winford X, please go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube page. But brothers and sisters, being a student of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, I strive to help him, knowing the impact that he made on my life. A lot of the things that I got wrong, a lot of the things and certain decisions that I make, I still get wrong. So therefore, I need to be in the classroom. There is no way that I should not be in the classroom, okay? Every decision that we make in life, it could be either life or death. It could be either heaven or hell, all from our mind, from the conditions of our mindsets. So there is no greater title to have, brothers and sisters, but to be humble and to be a student. To be a student is one who's able to be willing to be patient, because we have to understand that certain things we just don't know. All right. But in order to know these things, we can't be afraid to ask questions. We can't be afraid or be embarrassed to say, I don't know, because half of knowing is admitting that you don't know. As soon as you say you don't know, guess what? Help is coming. Help is going to come. So whatever you don't know, you will have the capacity to learn, so you will know. So brothers and sisters, here we are. The title of tonight's live is actually a continuation from last night's live. Man, we went in last night, didn't we, family? I see my beautiful brothers and sisters off inside of the coming on in on my Instagram. James Austin, I have to say, this is my brother, man. I had an opportunity to meet this brother personally on a few occasions. Met the brother and seen a brother in New York, seen a brother in Puerto Rico. The brother has a beautiful family, and the brother sent me a shout out last night, man, him and his wife. And they sent me a picture, man, of him and his son looking at my live, man, and all praises due to Allah. It put tears in my eyes, brothers and sisters, because like I said, I don't do this for entertainment. I do this because I honestly believe that Allah is directing my life. And a lot of times we go through certain things and we don't know why. Why are we going through certain things, man? And when you get other people to acknowledge and reach out and say, hey, man, I heard you live, or I listened to this, or I listened to that, and that makes a lot of sense, and I want to know more. I want to know more about the life-giving teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, guided and taught by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And I say, wow, because I remember when I first was introduced. I remember when I first got that natural high, being introduced to a higher wisdom, a higher knowledge, man. Yes, sir. My brother James, man, James Austin. I met this brother, man. I have pictures with the brother. I have pictures with the brother, man. The brother is supported me. He bought my book, man. The brother, told me, man, I listened to you, man, and I'm honored, man, to have done 15 years in a prison. I didn't know why. Damn, did it take that long for me to learn a lesson? See, I was thinking from a carnal mindset, but Allah, God saying, just keep learning, just keep being patient, and keep reintroducing yourself as you face adversity. And every time that we reintroduce ourselves when a heavy trial or a tribulation come up upon us, if we make it out of it, God said you didn't go through that just to go through it. You come out with great substance. So here we are, family. Again, tonight's live is a continuation, really, from last night live. Titled Titles and Egos. We're talking about titles and egos, and how titles and egos can bring about an intellectual death. Okay, titles and egos can bring about an intellectual death. Titles and egos, part 2. So, and I want to say this: everything that I talk about is not something that I just take the credit for and say, oh, I made this up. Let me tell you what I got going on and all this type of stuff. No, I'm a student of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, okay? One who's qualified, who God has qualified. How did God qualify him? Through circumstances, through situations, through events, and he raised him to the highest pinnacle where the whole world could see. Man, this man is not only for the Muslim, this man is for the Christian, this man is for the Jew, this man is for the Hebrew, this man is for all titles. And watch this. This man is for every human being that's walking the earth, even the white man. See, a lot of us get it misconstrued and we say, oh, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, he's turning his back on the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. See, that is an undeveloped mindset for us to have when we say, oh, the white man is this and this. Yes, that is true about him, but that's not the ending. Everything is continuously still evolving, and every human being has a purpose. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us through the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, because I wasn't around when the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad was amongst us in the presence. But he said that when Master Father Muhammad, when he came and he searched the whole world, searched the whole earth, when he found his chosen people, which was you and I, the black man and woman in America, he wasn't only a mercy for us, but as he studied the white man's mind, studied that he thought that he was superior, he thought that he was better, he thought that he was the supreme. He was a mercy to him as well. He was a mercy to the white man. As wicked and evil as this white man is, Master Fard Muhammad, to whom praise is due forever, was a mercy to him too. He just didn't have medicine for us. He had medicine for them. So he give them a way out. You can take this medicine and you have those right now. See, God is a just God. God will not make a move unjustly. Everything that the supreme being, everything that Allah does is for a just cause. What do I mean when I say everything he does is for a just cause? The white man in his ways, like the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has taught us, he's very, very wise, but he's not a righteous man. He's wickedly wise because of the knowledge that he has, the wisdom that he has, the understanding that he has. He abuses it and he keeps it for himself. And he uses it to continue to be in a position and to stomp on everybody else, to make everybody else suffer. and he keep that for himself. That is what you call Satan. That is what you call a devil. It's a little devil, wicked person, and then you have Satan, one who's able to manipulate from a high degree of intelligence and spread it and duplicate it and multiply it amongst many as he can. So that's what the European has done, brothers and sisters. We can take it or we can let it alone, but we see it in the history. We see it in 2022 right now. So family, I want to be able to pick back up to where we was last night when we was talking about titles and egos. Now, watch this right here. All of us have had that problem because we've been shaped in iniquity. So we've all been guilty of getting a title and we lose control. Our ego in the way. Somebody try to tell us something that's right. Our ego is in the way. We don't want to hear it. But deep inside, we know what they're saying is right, but we don't want to let them know that they're right. You get what I'm saying? We've all been there before. We've all been on the job, or we've all been put in a situation where we get a good title. Now, all of a sudden, we acting brand new. Before we get the title, we over here with everybody else. Oh man, yeah, man, it's hard. It's this and that, man. This is this and they wrong, man. Injustice. And as soon as they pull you from that and they put you over that, you ain't a part of that group no more. So now they got you over them. So everybody can see, man, you changed up the title. I've been taken out of the condition that you are in. So I'm not in your condition no more. This is the same way, brothers and sisters. This is deceptive intelligence. Listen to me. We talk about the house Negro, the house slave, and the field slave. Brother Malcolm X broke it down. You got the house Negro, and you had the field Negro. The field Negro was more rebellious. See? Think about this. When you think about it, self-preservation is the first law of nature. But sometimes in certain situations and instances, you have to fight against the self-preservation and understand that it's not just about you as an individual. You have to make it about the whole. See? When we're talking about being on a mission, brothers and sisters, you don't make yourself this big from yourself. You let Allah do that for you. In fact, you make yourself this big because I have to be able to expand my breast. This is talked about in the Holy Quran. Allah put the Prophet Muhammad in position to expand his breast. What does that mean? He expanded his heart. He expanded his mission. He expanded his vision to know it's not just about me. We have to free a people from the chains from themselves that was put on them by a wicked mindset, a wicked idea that was able to grow. And here we are in 2022. Look at us. Just look at us. Every time we've had great leaders, we always have our own people go up against a great leader from ourselves. Jealousy, envy, egos, titles, pride. But the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, he tell us, brothers and sisters, don't you know that our unity is where we gain our power? If we come together, look at our condition together. Man, Willie Lynch, that Willie Lynch program and that strategy of Willie Lynch, man, that's very powerful. That put us against ourselves. Tall versus short. Light skin against dark skin. Now we look at today. Jay-Z, Nas, Tupac, Biggie. If you like this one, you can't like that one. Man. Look, unconsciously, we're choosing one or the other. Why can't we just have a mindset to say, I choose both? Why can't I be able to dissect with an independent thinking and say, I like this one and I like this one? See, there's been an unseen hand that has painted fictitious and illusions inside of ourselves and watered those, and they've grown for us to keep a separation from one another. See? That's a hell of a power. That's a hell of a force that has been done to us. So, brothers and sisters, we're talking about titles and egos. Let's continue to hear what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has to say about titles and egos. Okay, we stopped off at what happened to the spirit of humility? What happened to that? What happened to the service of our poor, lost, and found brothers and sisters? See, family, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said that anytime we see something go on with our family, our brothers and sisters, we have become so cold-hearted, so stone-hearted. Something happened to somebody, we don't even check on the brother. Hey, man, how you doing, man? You all right, brother? Hey, sister, I'm just checking on you. You good? We can be going through some things. People know that we're going through things. They don't call on you. They don't call. They don't text. They don't call on you. But they still say, oh, I'm your brother. Oh, I'm your sister. We don't even have a true understanding of what brotherhood and sisterhood is. I'm just keeping it Messiah. I'm just going to tell it how it is. We say we in the brotherhood. We say we in the sisterhood. But we don't even check on one another because of the titles and because of the egos. Oh, if they don't call me, I ain't going to call them. If they don't text me, I ain't going to text them. That's a disease, family. That is a real disease that we have. And all of us have done that. All of us have been a part of that. Oh, if they don't text me, I'm not going to text them. If they don't call and check on me, I ain't going to call and check on them. See, when we do that, and if a brother or a sister cross your mind, don't you know that that's the intelligence of God inside of you, bettering your character? To check on that brother or that sister when you get that thought, that is Allah working on your character. But we come up, we that idea come up, just reach out to the brother. Hey, how you doing, man? You all right? You good? How's your family? When that idea or that thought come up, we knock it back down. But then we turn right back around. Oh, assalamu alaikum, alaikum salam, Allahu Akbar, and alhamdulillah, and this and this and this and this. Oh, and this and this. But you think you're doing God a favor, but you're not. God is saying, you missed the lesson. You doing this over here, but you missed the lesson. If God give you a thought to reach out to this person, hey, how you doing? Man, I ain't heard from you. You all right, man? You everything good? But the thought come up. The ego, it comes up. The title comes up. Oh, shit. He ain't called me. He ain't text me. So I ain't going to text him. That's a disease. That comes from the Willie Lynch syndrome. We've all done it. So it's no big I's and little U's. We've all done it. When the nation became untrue to the character of its function, then death set in, and God gave the people the leadership after their own corrupt desires, which led them further in the path of destruction, that the nation may be taught a divine lesson. That lesson is that we must submit to God, yield ourselves to his instruction, and let him guide us to the right path, the path of divine favor. See, some people take your kindness for weakness. And you know the things that you've been through in your life. And you say, man, this person trying to take my kindness for weakness because I'm not reacting on the way that they're acting towards you. Oh man, you think it's something soft, but that's not the case. That's a disease that we have in our spirit and in our mind and in our hearts. But look, that doesn't make us a bad person. It just means that what we read, the medicine that's in front of us, that's what it's for. We're supposed to always be in the Bible, in scripture, in the Quran, in scripture. Why? Because we are a sick people. One of the attributes of the Holy Quran is called a healer. All of us need to be healed. All of us need to be healed. So there is no room to point the finger and say, oh, point out their flaws. You point out his flaws, her flaws. Yeah, but what about your flaws? We all have flaws. So therefore, there is no room for us to be going at our brothers or our sisters. That doesn't make us weak. Reach out to our brother. That doesn't make us weak to reach out to our sister and be the first one to say, hey, you all right? How you doing? How's everybody? See, sometimes if you just look and you just sit back and you watch a person's intentions, they can tell you, hey man, I'm for you, I'm with you, I'm this, I'm that. But then when you sit back, you say, damn, you don't see it. But that's okay, because we've all been there. We got more work to do. We're always having work to do on ourselves. Self-improvement. That's the real religion. We talk about these different religions. The real religion is self-improvement. There is not a better function than self-improvement. What more of a powerful force can we find other than self-improvement? This is how we know, family, that the man that is in our midst, in the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, yes, he's a man, but he's an extraordinary man, because inside of him is imbued the Spirit of God, which makes him the Christ as well. I want y'all to hear me, family. Y'all didn't hear what I said. Some people gonna say, oh man, Brother Winford didn't call the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan the Christ. Let's look at the definition of what Christ is. Christ is one who's anointed to crush the wicked. That's what Christ is. Christ-like. Christ-like, one who's anointed to crush the wicked. Do you think that you can be Christ-like yourself? Yes, we see the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan as the great example amongst us. But what did Jesus say? Jesus said, what you see me do, you shall be able to do greater works. But we are afraid to put ourselves there and say, oh, that can't be talking about me. Man, this man is an extraordinary man. Yeah, but so are you. You're an extraordinary man. You're an extraordinary woman. He's the example. He's showing us all the capabilities that we have in ourselves. And I understand, family, it takes time for us to be able to build ourselves up and to continue to look in the mirror and say, I'm somebody. I belong here. I want to show God that I'm worthy and I'm not just taking up space. People die every day. Have we ever thought about that? Have we ever thought about, damn, it's millions of people around the world that never wake up. But every day, so far, guess who's been getting up? Guess who's been getting up every single day? Right now, we on the live with one another. All praise is due to Allah. What's going to happen in the morning, in the next hour? We don't know. But that's why God say, fear me. Fear me and only me. Why? Because he knows what we know not. So we have to leave room for only God. See, when God allowed us to come into existence, look how cold God is. Look how cold Allah, the Supreme, is. He allowed us to come in and maneuver his intelligence in a vessel. But look what he did. He left room only for himself, a VIP section. He left a VIP section for himself inside of you. So you couldn't conquer what he knows. That's what keeps him out in front. That's what keeps him supreme. That's what keeps him, or keep us rather, fearing him, because we don't know what he knows. Man, I don't know what he knows. So that means I have to submit because I don't know what he knows. That's a law that God built for himself. Let's keep going, family. Let's keep going. It says, when the nation became untrue to the character of his function, then death set in and God gave the people leadership after their own corrupt desires, which led them further in the path of destruction, that the nation may be taught a divine lesson. Yes, we're going through that right now. Again, the lesson is that we must submit to God, yield ourselves to his instruction, and let him guide us to the right path, the path of divine favor. Therefore, I have asked that we set aside titles, not because titles are unnecessary. We never said that titles wasn't unnecessary. But the lie is titles and egos brings about a intellectual death. Titles are good. Titles give us understanding of different functions and formulas. It organizes things. Titles organizes things. But if you are still undeveloped with the title, that brings about chaos. It brings about destruction. It brings about disorganization. And it brings about jealousy. It brings about enviness. So that's the disease that we still have. We're still undeveloped. So God's representative, the intelligence coming directly from him, the minister says, wait a minute, no more titles. No more titles. No more titles. We're supposed to be building the kingdom of God, but we steady worried about, oh man, look how many followers they got. Oh man, I ain't like the way he talked to me. Oh man, look how she did this. A disease. Undeveloped. So God had to make a decision and say, shut it down. What the minister say? I'm sitting you down. So we can think about it. Let me say this to you, family. For those that know and understand the fall, the first fall, falling away, when the most honorable Elijah Muhammad departed. Lord have mercy. It gives me chills just thinking about it. The first falling away. It happened immediately. Even the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said he didn't understand. Said he had lost the drive. Wow. He lost the drive. That's a sign. We just lost one of the greatest defender, not one of, but we just lost physically the greatest defender of the Messiah, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and our sister Dr. Ava Muhammad. May Allah be pleased with our sister. But have you noticed this? When we got the news from her, about her, our hearts dropped. Physically, literally, our hearts got caught in our throat. Look how God reminds us of the reality and the things that we're stepping into, the times that we are in. One world going out, a new world coming in. But before this world can come in, the old world has to be flushed out. How do you think that's going to happen? That means that believers' backs have to be pressed against the wall. Anytime creative thinking is manifested, something has to happen to press you against the wall. The pressure is on you. Oh man, I got to come out. You get cornered in. I have no choice. But whatever is inside of me, I got to bring it out. I have no choice. I'm at a point, I have no choice. It's either you're going to fold or you're going to become a God. You're going to take your rightful position. Man, that's not a chastisement. That is a love from God saying, you got to go now. I got to get this out of you right now. Yes, this trial is pressing you. It's coming. We see more things coming. When Dr. Ava departed, it seemed like the nation froze. We all individuals. However, in your home, in your car, on social media. What? All of us took time to ourselves. Wow, I can't. Dr. Ava gone? What? The nation froze. Am I the only one that thought about it and said, is this a test run to see where the condition and the mind and the spirit of the nation is at before the Messiah goes to the wheel? You didn't hear me. You didn't hear me, family. You didn't hear me. We froze with the news of Dr. Ava Muhammad. We had instructions for social media. And as we was going down the timelines, I'm going down my timeline, I'm seeing believers not following the instructions. I'm not talking about nobody. I'm not trying to stand on nobody, but I'm just saying we always like, what's going on? Didn't they get the memo? I know this person got the memo. Test run. This is me personally. I always picture the minister. When Brother Rahman, King of the South, when they was walking away doing the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad's funeral, or janazah, so-called janazah, I got to throw that in there, so-called janazah, okay? During the departure of the messenger. I always keep in my mind the vision of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan walking away as the rock is holding him up, and the minister is wooed. And I always like to look at that picture. And I go back and look at that picture, and I always say, man, how is it going to be when the Messiah goes to the wheel? It's hard not to. It's hard not to think of those things like that. But then you have to snap out of it and say, I got to get to work. I got to fall into my purpose. I have to not be afraid. I can't be doubting myself. Man, can you do it? I can't be looking at this and allowing my urges to take over me when I'm knowing how serious the mission is. A big falling away. We have to be that John. That as Jesus was being crucified, because the crucifixion is right now. It says during the time of the crucifixion of Jesus, the disciples fell asleep. When Dr. Ava departed, disciples, we could be considered as the disciples because we still needing to be reminded to be disciplined in the dark hour. And we seen the spirit of the nation when we got the news, the departure. I said, could this be a test run? One of the greatest defender of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan off the scene, gone? What do you think the enemy in high places is saying? See, as we position and moving pieces, what do you think the enemy is doing? They're paying attention. Okay, she's out the way. She's gone. What? Oh, she's out. They're positioning. Okay, we put this here. We go at this way. See, it's all about pivoting. Allah versus Satan. Family, you can take it or you can let it alone. The battle of the sky, the battle in the sky, the battle of the mind has begun. We don't have to start off trying to do so much. Do the small things. Do the little things. Strive to conquer small distractions around you so we can qualify ourselves to a line and say, I'm not just here. I want to show that I'm worthy. Let them laugh at you. Let them laugh. Oh, man, he only got 3 people on his live. Oh, man, he only had 6 views. Let them laugh. Let them laugh. Your focus is with Allah. Your focus is understanding the mission. Every day that we are allowed another day, we reading material, praying, self-improvement. Because we know my number might get called where I got to step out. When you see brothers and sisters in the Nation of Islam defending the truth, it should do something to you. It should do something to your insides. You should be able to see and say, I can't leave them out there on the battlefield. I got to go. I got to go out there. That's how I look at it. I did 15 years in prison. For what? For what? What did you do 15 years in prison for? For what? Why? For what? To come back and lay it down? I learned so much. I seen so much in prison. I lost a lot. It's a lot of things I don't know how to do as a grown man in the world. It's a lot of things I don't know how to do. I feel lost at certain things. But there are also things that I gained in my experience being in prison. And the things that I've gained, that's what I strive to focus on. And I'm telling you, whatever God allow you to gain in your life, stop focusing on what you don't know how to do. Because if you focus on what you don't know how to do too long, that doubt creeps in. And you be discouraged. And it weighs heavy on you. It's heavy on you. And it's hard for you to get up, to fall in the ranks. Because now you don't even see what you're good at. Don't worry about it. Land on the best part of yourself, as the teachers say. Land on the best part. And perfect the best part. Keep going after it. Keep shining it. Keep shining, keep buffering the best part to where it's just so high that the things that you don't know, the things that you lack, God say, I got that. I got that part. I got that. You just keep landing on the best part of yourself and keep going, keep perfecting that. Huh? That's what we have to do, family. That's what we have to do. Let's get back to it. Titles and egos bring about an intellectual death. Therefore, I have asked that we set aside titles. This is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan talking. Not because titles are unnecessary, but they become counterproductive if the underpinning the support for title is not yet in place. We must have the proper attitude, the proper mental view of the mission of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Let me tell you something, family. The nation of students of the Nation of Islam are not trying to be arrogant. I'm just listen. I know you always hearing us say, well, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, that's what we're supposed to do. That's what we're supposed to say. And it's not just because we're supposed to say it, but as a student, you study. You study and you see there's no loopholes. I found none. I found none. We must understand God's aim and purpose for bringing Elijah Muhammad into the world. If we indeed want to carry on his work, then we cannot put titles on ourselves or add cubits to our height. We should not exalt ourselves so that we who think we know may mislead others by making ourselves lords and guardians beside Allah for the people. I'm going to stop right there, family. We can turn on YouTube. You know, and really the city of New York got this real bad. It's flooded in New York. Make a YouTube video. This person versus this person. This group versus this group. That has become entertainment. That's become an entertainment. On the streets of New York, on the sidewalk. Oh, they got the cameras out. So-and-so going against so-and-so. Woo, 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 ba, bam. And then here it is. We are in a real psychological warfare. And we going against one another because of what? Titles and egos. We got a crowd. People are watching. Oh, yeah. You heard what he said? Oh, man, what you going to say now? That's not doing the work of Allah. Come on, y'all. What is that? We are striving to bring in a new world, a new government of peace. This is why the life-giving teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, in particular, guided and taught by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, is so important. So important. You hear me say it all the time. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said, you don't judge a man's status by the caliber of his friends. No. You judge the status of a man's importance by the caliber of his enemies. His enemies. Man, you talking all you. Let me tell y'all something. When you see these different YouTube videos, this group versus this group, and both of them black men and women, and we in the same condition, do you think that those in the White House and Congress are worried about them? You think they're worried about what they're talking about on the corner? Religious masturbating with each other? You think Bill Gates and them is worried about that? You think Dr. Fauci is having people worry about that? Not even, man. Not even. Because they know that's just entertainment. We got them already. Those are fools. We own it. We own them. But it's those who strives for the discipline, who looks organized. Look at our brother Rizza Islam. I want to use him for an example. May Allah continue to protect our brother. I've had many a times to be blessed to know this brother personally. I've sat down and ate with the brother. I've slept in the same room. We've slept in the same bed and in the same room of Savior's Day. We laughed and we poured more juice and more tea up, and we laughed and ate salmon, and we've done all these things together. I've had an opportunity to be around Brother Ben X. We've laughed and we went out of town together. We've ate good salmon and we've got strawberry lemonade, and we've laughed and we fell out and we fell out laughing and in the same rooms for Savior's Day. And these are young people. These are young people who understands the assignment. They coming. Those in high places are coming. See, it's easy for us to say, oh man, if I was living back then in slavery, oh, I'd be a dead slave. I couldn't go through that. It's easy for us to critique it. I want you to hear me, family. It's easy for us to critique it. Oh man, if I was back then, see, they couldn't have did that to me. Oh, come on. So what's the problem now? Why are you not speaking out against it right now? What's going to happen when they give you that phone call? I never forget, I heard Brother Rizza Islam speaking at his mother. I was there in LA speaking at his mother's going away. And he was speaking about how the FBI came and knocked on his door because he's putting the work in. Putting in the work so much that he finally got on Satan's radar. And they said, go pay him a visit. Go pay him a visit. What would you do? What would you do? We like to go and turn on the, oh, my show finna come on. Can you imagine you getting ready to eat at home and you finna watch Power on TV, football game or basketball game or whatever you like with your family? Somebody ring the doorbell. Oh, y'all, pause it right quick. Let me see who at the door. Two unidentified men. You don't know who they are. Who is this in my door? Hey, how you doing? Say your whole name. Can you step outside real quick? Your heart gonna get the beating. Well, I don't know them. What? How they know me? What's going on? And they started drilling you and asking you this and asking you that. You associated with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. We need you to stop saying what you're saying. This is a warning. How would you take that? I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. How would you? Are you ready for that? You think the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is speaking to us when we come out at Savior's Day? We're all listening to him? What do you think we're listening, getting prepared for? He's the example. What we see happening to him can happen to us, going to happen to us at some point. So this is not no plaything. This is not a plaything, family. This is real. So this is not entertainment. Oh, man, he can speak. Boy, I say, man, that brother, man, that brother did 15 years. That brother be up on the teachers and this, that, and other. Man, brother, No, family. No, you got me wrong, bro. You got me wrong, family. No. This is a real mission. Sometimes my heart get to beating. Step on the battlefield. Y'all remember when we was little, we used to watch wrestling? When it's tag team, your partner in there getting beat up, they look towards the corner, they trying to come tap your hand, you reaching out for his hand? Are you reaching out for his? Or are you sitting back? Damn, he reaching for mine, but am I reaching back? Because when he tag your hand, guess what you got to do? You got to go. You got to go. You got to go. Once he hit your hand, you in the game. Come on, family. I want y'all to think about this. Walaikum salam, Brother Jorge X. Thank you for joining the live, brother. Think about these movies in Hollywood. I want y'all to think about this. Hunger Games. This is a great example. The Hunger Games. Y'all remember when they hit that thing, that button, that start button? Once we hit this, the game begin. Come on, family. Where do you think they'll get those ideas? They make it in movies, but that is birthed from a seed of reality. You didn't hear me. You didn't hear me. That's birthed out of a real seed of an idea of things that is coming our way. But we just getting popcorn with a Coke and we just looking at the movie, enjoying the movie. Oh, it's going down. Oh, look, she hit the button, y'all. Here they come. Reza hit the button. Brother Ben X hit the button. Are you ready to hit the button? That's a hell of a question. Titles and egos brings about an intellectual death. We should not exalt ourselves so that we who think we know may mislead others by making ourselves lords and guardians besides Allah for the people. We must first study and qualify ourselves for the position that we desire to hold. However, we should not even desire these positions. Look at what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said. He said we must first study and qualify ourselves for the position that we may desire to hold. However, we should not even desire the position. Let me tell you something, family. The reason why I'm telling you, don't do this for entertainment. You have to have an experience that you can hold on to. You got to have an experience where God has showed you his power. He showed you something that you've seen and said, I know this is not done by nobody but God. I know what I've been through. He's going to show you something that's going to make you say, I can't go back. I can't go back. What else do I have? What else do I? When we be disobedient, we come right back to the same thing. What you say in yourself, I missed it. I got to wait till it come around again. I got to wait till it come around again. You got to hold on to something that's going to give you the strength and put the armor on and say, no, man, I can't go back. I can't go back. I got to hold on to this. 15 years in prison. Let me tell y'all something. I went and seen my son tonight. Oh, God. I've been at the hospital all day. My son called me this afternoon. Y'all know my son was shot 8 times and paralyzed from neck down 3 years ago. Still living on a breathing machine. He called me today and told me his blood was low. He said, man, I've been cold. My blood is low. They got to send me to the ER. I don't want to go by myself. I said, I'm on my way. I'm on my way, man. I'm on my way. I'm on my way, bro. I look at him, 22 years old. I said, I can't even, it's nothing I can do but just talk to Allah. I said, damn, look at this. Oh, have mercy. Damn. Can you imagine living your life? One nurse come in, this nurse, that nurse, all these different white people in and out of your life. You don't know. Hey, I'm so-and-so, I'm his respiratory. Oh, I'm so-and-so, the nurse for the night. And this, and this, and this, and that. And you live a life around machines going off. People steady coming in to check on you. This is your life. I say, Lord, have mercy. I'm looking at myself. I say, oh, Lord, have mercy. I don't know what to do. But they give me strength. They give me strength to know I got to go. I got to get on the battlefield. I got to go. Tag my hand. It's time. Tag my hand. I got to go. I got to go. I got to get on the battlefield and use my gift, my purpose. See, I can't look at Reason and say, oh, I'm going to do what he do. I can't look at Brother Ben X and say, oh, okay, I'm gonna do what he do. No. I got to do what I do. because it's others that's laying like my son, or not even in a situation like him, that is on the verge of being like that. So I know those in high places are coming. So you got to find something strong enough to hold on to say, I have no choice. Come on. Do what you want to. I got to go. See, God will give you strong things to focus on and hold on to. What I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I have a 3-year-old that has autism. When I see him, he looks like me. When I see him, he smiles at me. When I FaceTime him, he gets happy. He smiles. I play with him on the phone. In his struggle, he knows daddy, my daddy. On top of my own struggles, I got to go. I got to go. I got to make this truth known of the life-giving teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, guided and taught by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. What else do I have? What else do I have? What can give me comfort? Seeing my seeds like this. What can fill that void of hurt and pain that I have to endure? Seeing myself in my seeds and seeing the struggle that they have that they cannot control. What else can give me the comfort than the life-giving teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, guided and taught by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan? There is nothing. There is nothing that can give me that. Not even a woman. You can't give me that. You can't give me that. It has to be a higher power. So as it is for me, it has to be that way for you. In closing, family, in closing, we should desire the fruition of the will of God, and out of and working the fruition of his will, we grow into a title that is consistent with our own character. This is what I just talked about. We're consistent with our own character and nature of us that makes us unique from our brother and sister. I just talked about this. What is your gift? Well, your first gift is Allah choosing you to come into the world as a human being. That's the first gift. That's the first gift. Do we ever think about that? Nope. We look at all the problems, but we don't never think about the first gift is, man, I came in as a human being. And not only that, if you still alive, how many people around you that you knew that's not here anymore? But guess who's still here though? Guess who's still in the fight? You. And we find ourselves complaining, man, damn, man, or, this or that or whatever. No, man. No. We got to find our purpose. We have to make sure that we can make an impact on the field. some way, somehow, in your own unique way from your brother and your sister. And it is Allah God who gave us our uniqueness. So it is only Allah God who can give us our proper function and title in this divine work. Only God can let you know, okay, look, this is what you're going to do, and you're going to do it like this right here. You're going to perfect this right here. Stay right and do what you're doing. Stay right there. The black people of America are now on the brink of a pit of fire as this world closes down. I'm going to read that again. The black people, that's talking about me and you. Family, this is not entertainment. This is not a BET show. This is not MTV, family. I'm sorry. This is not what that is. The black people of America are now on the brink of a pit of fire as this world closes down. And it is our hearts that are separated. This is real. Our hearts are separated. This is real. We have a disease. It is we who have become enemies of one another due to envy, jealousy, contention, greed, lust for power, prestige, influence, wealth, position, and all of these things that make us non-spiritual, carnal-minded people. Titles and egos brings about an intellectual death. Look at all the things that the Honorable Minister Farrakhan just named. Watch this right here. And I know in some of our mind, we saying, oh, damn, yeah, they got a problem with that. No, you qualify too with these things: envy, jealousy, contention, greed, lust for power, prestige, influence. These are titles and egos that's bringing about our own destruction. I didn't say yours, I said ours. So that means me included. So that means reminders of blessings for the believers. We got all this material to be reading over, to be reminded. Not to point at your brother, not to quote the minister because you indirectly saying something about this brother or this sister over here. Yeah, take this. God ain't pleased when you doing that. That's coming from yourself. God ain't pleased when you ain't getting no credit for saying that. You ain't getting no credit. Family. As I close, we lost a giant in our sister, Dr. Ava Muhammad. The nation froze. We all froze. What? She's gone? Are you sure? How? How? Allah is God. Allah is God. What we gonna tell? What we gonna tell him? The question is, was this a test run? Took the greatest defender of the Messiah. Wickedness in high places. They're positioning themselves. The scripture says that the dragon is looking for the remnant. The remnant. The dragon is watching the woman that's impregnated, waiting to devour the baby, waiting to devour the child, the remnant, huh? The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is styled in our midst as the woman who's pregnant, just as the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad was styled as the woman who was pregnant that gave birth to a nation. The nation fell. By Allah's will and grace, it rose again through the vessel of the Son of Man. That Son of Man, another Son of Man. You hear what I said? Another Son of Man. One Son of Man is described as being with Allah on the wheel. And it talks about a Son of Man that's connected to the wheel, in Ezekiel's wheel, connected to it. Different functions. Same mission. Different entities. Same mission. One goal. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan to us is styled, feeding us as a woman, styled as a woman feeding you and I. We're drinking the milk from the words of wisdom from him. So the dragon is waiting to devour the baby, the child, the undeveloped babes. But it also says that Allah kept the supreme wisdom away from the prudent man and giving it unto the babes. Boy, look at that, man. So the question is, brothers and sisters, what are you going to do when it's time for you to get tagged to come in? Will you be prepared to tap your hand to get on the get on the battlefield, or will you withdraw your hand back? Will you withdraw yours back? I ain't ready. I ain't ready. If there is anything that I've said, family, that has rubbed anybody the wrong way, that is not my true intention. But if there is something that I said of benefit, understand that it comes directly from Allah through me. I am a student of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and I'm striving to help myself. So many things I need to work on in myself. And I'm striving to help the minister in being able to utilize the social media platform, the technology, to be able to introduce the life-giving teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, guided and taught by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, to our brothers and sisters, for those that may be confused about the teaching, for those that might always think that the nation is this, the nation is that, or you always having you might have a certain perception about the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan that you need to be clear so you can get a good understanding and understand that he loves you. You can get an understanding of you have value. We together have value. We want to show Allah through our own personal experiences and testimonies. Man, I'm not just in the way. I belong, man. I'm not just in the way taking up space. Because Allah says in the Quran, I can remove you and put someone in your place that's going to acknowledge that I am. I am. Ain't that something, family? Think about that. Allah says in the Quran, I can easily remove you and put someone in your place that's going to show me how thankful they are being alive. That's a hell of a thing when you think about it. You say, damn. And here it is, I'm over here getting into it on petty stuff. I'm over here on Instagram, social media, indulging in foolishness. When every second is ticking. Where I can be striving to get myself together, get my life together, and help others see the reality and the function, and to understand that they are valuable. They matter. You matter. So, family, with that being said, Determined to Change, this is my book. Allah God allowed me to become an author, determined to change. You see, I have t-shirts. I have this book talking about going to prison, a federal penitentiary at the age of 19. Didn't come home until I was 34 years old. I've been out 7 years now. All praise is due to Allah. I've been out 7 years. I came home when I was 34. If you have not got your copy, it's not too late. It's not too late. You can go to determinedtochange.org. If you have not got your copy, you may have someone that you know that's incarcerated. Your dad, your uncle, your brother, your son. Huh? There it is. Knowledge 5845, determinedtochange.org. You may have a mother. You may have a sister, an aunt, a niece. Your daughter may be in prison. Let me tell you something. These people don't discriminate. They got women prisons. The life-giving teachings don't discriminate either, though. The life-giving teachings is for the black man and woman in particular, but everybody else too. If you're trying to survive, there is no way that I could have wrote this book and created Determined to Change without the life-giving teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, guided and taught by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Ain't no way I could have did this. Ain't no way. Because I wouldn't have had the opportunity to reflect, to understand what is the first page of Message to the Black Man. Who is that mystery God? It's not one. That's the first thing that we have to show our brothers and sisters, that God is not a mystery. God is not a spook. God is a human being. We cannot be afraid to put these teachings on Front Street. No matter what our families say. Oh, no, bring that nation stuff in here. Well, I got to go then. That means I got to go. Sorry. I got to go then. In time, they will see. Man, that brother was right. Man, that sister was right. They'll be calling you, asking you when something go down. Man, what the minister say? Man, what the Honorable Minister Farrakhan saying about this? Oh, you want to know what he said? Okay. It's not like we're going to turn our back and not tell you. No. We're going to say all praise is due to Allah. You finally came to your grips yeah. We're not talking about you because guess what? It was times where we didn't believe. So we embrace you whenever you come because the only one that can bring you to the reality of God is Allah, God himself. Yeah, but we've all felt silly. I didn't get the shots, of course, because I know better. And you're right. They do feel silly. They do feel silly. Damn, I shouldn't have got this, and that. Man. So, family, I'm thankful. I have a long way to go, but I'm thankful. All of the struggles that I go through, the darkness, I'm thankful. I'm going to thank Allah in the darkness. Love you too, brother. I'm going to thank Allah in the darkness. That's why I say anytime a person is in darkness, and don't be ashamed to tell your brothers that you love them. Don't never be ashamed, brother. No, that doesn't make you weak. That does not make you weak. I thank Allah in the darkness. And when you are in darkness, family, thank Allah. So may Allah continue to bless you. Also, subscribe to my YouTube page. As I'm going live now, I'm on Instagram, but I'm also on YouTube. I have my YouTube going as well. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and it is Winford X. It is my name, Winford X. This is my subscription to my YouTube. Let me put this in here. Huh? Come on now. That's me. That's my YouTube subscription, Winford X. You might go to it and might see 9 views here, 6 views here. But I'm not worried about that. I ain't worried about that. We're going to continue the work, man. We're going to continue the work by the grace of Allah. So, families, again, may Allah continue to bless you. Get into your studies, family. Self-improvement. Oh, tomorrow we have study guide, self-improvement, the Waxahachie study group that I am a part of. If you are not a part of a mosque or a study group, and you want to become a part of the Zoom where we striving to learn, self-improve, you can be my guest. Be my guest. You will have to DM me and say, hey, brother, 7:30 p.m. Central, because I'm in Texas, 7:30 p.m. Central to 9 o'clock Central, p.m. Central. An hour and a half, an hour and 30 minutes of self-improvement. Listen, you coming to that, it makes you feel so good because let me tell you something. What we're doing right now, this is a form of prayer. We're not up here talking about no foolishness. We're not up here adding to the wrath of Allah. No, we're here being grown men and grown women. We're here to self-improve our condition. That's a form of prayer. Because we have the right intentions in our hearts. We're not up here talking about nobody. We're not up here talking about well, I'm a Christian and Muslims is this and Muslims. We ain't doing all that. Because the religion of God is self-improvement. I want y'all to remember that. The religion of God is self-improvement. Now argue with that. Argue with that. Somebody tell you, what's your religion? Self-improvement. Self-improvement. Man, that ain't no religion. Man. Salaam alaikum. Bye. What's your religion? Self-improvement. Is that a Muslim? Self-improvement. Is that Christian? Self-improvement. Whatever that looks like to you, self-improvement. I'm improving myself to be worthy in existence. How can you argue with that? I mean, literally, think about it. How can you argue with that? And watch this. That kills racism and all that. But where did that come from? That came from Master Fard Muhammad. Racism, white supremacy has ruled for the last 6,000 years. There was nothing that was able to go over that and master that until the supreme God came. And we have the receipts, we have the results, we have the proof. So with that being said, family, may Allah continue to bless you. I greet you in the greeting words of peace, which we say in the Arabic language. Assalamu alaikum.